The object of the game is not that hard. Win a lot of money with the right call to card on Card Sharks. This is the game where a single turn of the cards can win you up to $32,000 in cash. Now, here's your host, the star of Card Sharks, Brandon Strong. Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into episode 14 of season 1 here at Card Sharks and MVG Productions. Glad to have you with us on this one. We're kicking things off the right way on this episode with our first Champions matchup of the season here. I'm surprised we went this long before I finally had to actually have one. But we got two contestants here who have done pretty well for themselves so far this season. And there's going to be their opportunity to see which one of them is going to walk out of here as the grand champion and go on to our shot for the money cards at $32,000 in cash. So let's be our players. Starting with our current reigning grand champion, whose 4-game cash winnings total $27,700. It's Mr. AJ Richards. AJ, welcome back, sir.
Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah, AJ had to miss out on our last episode, so we had to crown our first interim champion of the season. But he is back, and he's ready to defend that championship spot. So, are you ready to play, AJ?
Yes, sir.
Well, good luck to you. And playing against him is the man who was crowned our interim champion on our last episode with his first win on this run and $5,100 in cash. We have Kevin. Kevin, welcome back.
Good to be back, Brandon.
All right, you did fairly well dispatching of your opponents on the last episode. Are you ready to see if you can become the new grand champion once again?
Yeah, I don't like the sound of the word interim. Sorry, AJ.
All right, the players have come to play, and we are ready to go at it, so good luck to both of you guys. Of course, you know, the name of this game is quite simple. Get your way across your row of cards, calling the next card either higher or lower than the previous one. Call 5 cards correct, you win the game. Takes 2 games to win the match and to go on the bonus round for a shot at another $32,000 against the money cards. But of course, you get your chance to play your cards by first winning one of our toss-up questions, and the first one always goes to our grand champion. That's AJ. AJ, we asked 100 people, would you rather have a 1 wish granted today or have 3 wishes granted over the next 10 years? How many of 100 people said they would rather have just 1 wish granted today?
That is a perfect question. 1 wish grant today. I will say 59.
All right, 59 out of 100 said they'd rather have their 1 wish granted today. Kevin, higher or lower than 59?
I know if it's me, I would rather have 3 over 10. So I'm going to go lower.
I'm going even lower than that. All right, and maybe if the answer is lower than 59, Kevin plays his cards first. If the answer is higher than 59, AJ plays his cards first. The actual number of people who would rather have 1 wish granted today versus 3 wishes over the next 10 years is 64. It is not lower.
Ooh. Nice call.
All right, so AJ, that means you get control of your cards first. You're, of course, the champion, our grand champion, AJ, playing the red cards. Kevin, our challenger, playing the blue cards. And AJ gets to start off with a base card this time of an ace.
Lower.
Going on, lower than the ace. It's a king.
Ooh.
We're going lower.
Lower than the king. It's an 8, right up the middle.
I'm going to freeze right there.
Gonna freeze on the 8. No. All right, keeping a 3-card advantage now over our challenger, Kevin. As we go to question number 2, which goes to our challenger, Kevin. Kevin, we asked 100 Californians, would you rather be famous? Would you rather be in a famous movie or be on a popular television show? How many of 100 people? How many of our Californians said they'd rather be on a popular television show?
Well, TV gets you more exposure. But then again, so do movies, depending on how popular the movie itself is. And as far as people being, rather being on a television show, I would say probably less than more. I'll say 45.
All right, 45 out of 100 said they'd rather be in a popular TV show. AJ, higher or lower than 45?
I'll say higher.
Let's say even higher than that. The actual number of people who would rather be on a popular TV show versus being in a famous movie is 33. It is not higher.
Ooh, wow.
Very surprising about that. I would think with the more regular exposure you get on TV, people would want to be in television. But I guess doing a one-time role in movies makes sense to me. But all right, Kevin, you get your chance to play your cards. Let's look at your base card for this game. An ace!
I like that, baby. Let's go lower.
Lower than the ace. Oh, no, another
Are you
ace.
kidding me?
Ow, that hurts. Losing that
Yeah.
card there.
Days.
And AJ gets a free chance with the 8.
Let's go higher.
Going higher than the 8. It's a 10.
We're freezing.
Freezing there, needing only one more card to win the first game of the match. Of course, Kevin's still with that base card of an ace, a great one. Let's go to question number 3 this time that goes to AJ. AJ, we asked 100 comic book fans, would you rather have Superman's ability to fly or have Superman's strength? How many of 100 people said they'd rather have Superman's ability to fly?
$51.
51 out of 100 said they'd rather have his ability to fly. Kevin, higher or lower than 51?
I'll say higher.
I'm going to say even higher than that.
Yes, sir.
The actual number of people who would rather have Superman's ability to fly versus his super strength is 65. It is higher. All right, Kevin, you back in control. You've got that ace.
Okay, no more of those duplicates. Let's go lower.
Lower than the ace. It's an 8 right up the middle.
Yeah, it is. Let's go lower.
All right, risking it lower than the 8. It's a 3.
Higher.
Going on higher than the 3. An ace.
Yes, sir. Let's go lower.
For the clean sweep and the $500 bonus in game 1, lower than the ace. It's a 10. He's done it.
All right.
Good job, Kevin. You're welcome.
$250 for winning the round, plus $500 for doing the clean sweep across the board. Brings him up to $5,850 and has him with the first game of this matchup here. Again, remember, it takes 2 games to win, so we're going to clear out the cards. Remember, the cards that have been played, players, it will help you in your calling of the cards for the future. And AJ's looking to tie things back up here as we go to this first question to our interim champion, Kevin. All right, Kevin, we asked 100 people on this one. Would you rather never eat a hot meal again or never have a cold drink again? How many of 100 people said they'd rather never have a cold drink again?
Ooh. I'm going to say 36.
36 out of 100 said they'd rather never have a cold drink again. AJ, higher or lower than 36?
You said how many people rather have a cold drink?
Now, how many people would never have a cold drink again?
Oh, never have a cold drink?
Yes.
I'll say a little bit higher.
A little bit higher than that. All right, the actual number of people who would never have a cold drink again versus never eating a hot meal again is 62. It is way higher on that one.
All right.
People like a hot home-cooked meal versus a cold drink. I mean, like, I can live with lukewarm temperature water. It's not the greatest in the world. It's not the greatest in the world, but it will keep you hydrated nonetheless. All right, AJ, you get a free chance to play with your card, your base card for this game, a king.
Lower.
Going lower than the king. Yes, it's a 7.
7. Freeze.
Got a freeze right there. Take the 1 card advantage over Kevin. As we go to question number 2, this one goes to AJ. AJ, we asked 100 people, how would you like to settle every disagreement? With a flip of a coin or by playing a game of rock, paper, scissors? How many of 100 people said they'd rather settle every disagreement with a flip of a coin?
63.
All right, 63 out of 100 said they'd rather settle every disagreement with a flip of a coin. Kevin, higher or lower than 63?
I would personally do rock, paper, scissors myself. Add in the Lizard and Spock for you Big Bang Theory fans out there.
No Lizard and Spock, sir. Just rock, paper, scissors on this one.
I'm just talking about my preferences, that's all. But I'm going to say most people would disagree with me, so I'm going to go higher.
Going to go even higher than that. All right, the actual number of people who would rather settle every disagreement with a flip of a coin versus playing rock, paper, scissors is 37. It is not higher.
No kidding.
Huh.
There, I guess it is Rochambeau for life, I guess, on this one.
I guess so.
Yeah.
All right, AJ, you get to play off your cards. You've got that 7.
Can I change that card?
You can. You won the question, so you have the right to change it. That 7 now becomes an ace.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a 4.
Higher.
Going on higher than the 4. Yes, it's a 7.
Freeze.
Freezing, only needing 1 more card to win this round. Kevin yet to turn over his base card in this one. So we go to question number 3, and this one goes to Kevin. Kevin, we asked 100 people, which gender would you like to only have to, if you had the choice of only interacting with one gender, which one would it be? How many of 100 people said they'd rather only interact with females versus males?
This was asked to 100 people, just people in general?
Yes.
Okay. Can you repeat it? I'm sorry.
That's all right. We asked 100 people, which gender would you like to rather interact with? Only males or only females? How many of those 100 people said they'd rather only interact with females?
50.
50, right up the middle. Ain't higher or lower than 50.
I would say lower.
I want to say lower than that. Be interesting to see on this one. The actual number of people who would rather only interact with females versus males is 58. Is not lower. Just a little bit higher on that one.
Boy, oh boy.
Interesting how the dynamic changes there. All right, Kevin, you get to turn over your base card for this game here. Needing this one to win the match, you start with a 3.
Let's go higher.
Going higher than the 3. Yes, a 9.
Higher.
Risking it higher than the 9. No, it's a 5. You lose those 2 cards there. AJ, a free chance to tie it up with a 7.
Let's hope it's lower.
To tie up the match lower than a 7. It's a 2. He's tied it up.
Nice job.
Nicely done, AJ. You're up. You get $250 for that win there, putting you up to $27,950. Both players now with 1 game apiece. That means we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have the tiebreaker round and see which one of these players goes on to the money cards. We'll do that right after this. Stick around, folks. More Card Sharks on the way. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. A good game in our champions matchup here. Both players now with 1 game apiece. 1 game to decide who goes on the money cards and is crowned the guaranteed grand champion. 3 cards in this one, players. 3 questions only on this one. And the first one goes to our champion, AJ. AJ, we asked 100 people on this Actually, we asked 100 females on this question here. 100 females. Which would you rather prefer to receive for Valentine's Day? Flowers or chocolate? How many of 100 women said they'd rather only receive flowers for Valentine's Day?
How many receive what on Valentine's Day?
Flowers versus chocolate.
Oh, flowers. 49.
49 out of 100 said they'd rather receive flowers. Kevin, higher or lower than 49?
I'm an old school hopeless romantic. I believe in the flowers. Let's go higher.
Gonna go higher than that. The actual number of women who would rather receive flowers versus receiving chocolate for Valentine's Day is 23. It is not higher. It is all about that sweet tooth, apparently.
I reckon.
Yeah.
All right, AJ, you get all important control in this tiebreaker round. You get to start with the base card of a 6.
Change that card, please.
All right, 6 now becomes a 5. A little bit better.
Let's go higher.
Higher than the 5. Yes, it's a 9.
I'm risking it and going lower.
Lower to retain the championship. Lower than a 9. No, it's another 9.
Wow.
You lose both of those cards there. Kevin gets a free shot. Free shot with his base card. A 7.
Let's go higher.
Higher than the 7. It's a king.
Yes, sir. Let's go lower.
Lower than the king to become the new grand champion. It's an 8. He's done it.
All right.
Good job, Kevin.
Thank you. Good game, AJ.
Congratulations to you, Kevin. You are the new grand champion here at Card Sharks. You're now up to $6,100, and you're going on to play the money cards here in just a moment. Well, AJ, you played a fantastic game, sir. Nothing to be ashamed at, but you've had a great run here as grand champion on the show. You're not leaving us here empty-handed. You are leaving us with a healthy total of $27,950, sir, and we will have you back on a future episode, all right?
All right, man.
All right, Kevin, are you ready to go see if you can win some more money in the money cards?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go over and play those money cards.
Good luck, Kevin.
Thank you, man.
All right, Kevin, you know how this works here. We're going to start you off with $200 of brand new betting money. Work your way across the bottom row till you get to the second one. We'll give you additional $400 there. And work your way across that second row there. Again, remember, minimum bets of $50 and in $50 increments, all the way up till you get to the big bet card at the top of the board where you must bet at least half your money. Again, if you do a perfect double, double, double all the way to the top, you win $32,000 in cash. And of course, you can change one card on each level with one of the 3 extra cards we deal out on the side of the board, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, if you're ready, good luck to you. Let's put those cards up on the board. Give you a fresh $200 to start with. And again,
All right.
Let's see, your base card for the money cards this time around is a 5.
Let's change it with number 3.
All right, changing it with number 3. That 5 now becomes an ace.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go 200 lower.
All right, betting everything. No change of cash on a push here. So anything lower than the ace, it's a 5. You're up to 400.
All right. Let's go. What the hell? 400 higher.
Betting it all again. $400 higher than a 5. Yes, it's an 8 right up the middle. You got $800 and that 8.
Oh. Let's go 100 lower.
I was waiting to see what you were going to do there. We're going to go $100 lower than the 8. No, it's a queen.
That's okay.
That's all right. You lose that. You have 700 now. We move that queen up to the next level. We'll give you additional $400. Brings you up to $1,100 total and that queen.
All right, cards, be good to me. Let's go 900 lower.
Big bet on the queen. $900. Lower than the queen. Yes, it's a 7.
That's better.
Even $2,000 now.
Let's change out with number 2, please.
All right, changing with number 2. That 7 now becomes a deuce.
Yes, sirree. All of it higher.
All right, betting the farm, $2,000 higher than the 2. An ace.
All of it lower.
Again, betting it all once again, $4,000 lower than the ace. It's an 8.
Okay.
8 right up the middle. You have $8,000. We move it up to the big bet line now. We must bet at least $4,000 on this one. I think it's a dumb question to ask, but would you like to change the 8?
Yeah, let's change it, please.
All important change with number 1. Your big bet card changes from an 8 to a 5. A little bit better. Again, you must bet at least $4,000 on this one.
We're going to go 7,500 higher.
Ooh, big bet on this one. You're either going to finish with $500 or $15,500. $7,500 higher than a 5. It's a jack. He's done it.
That's how you do it.
This is how we do it.
$15,500 more added to your winnings now. Kevin, you're up to $21,600 in cash. You're the new grand champion. And with that, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, have a new opponent for Kevin right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Card Sharks. Here, our new grand champion Kevin's up to $21,600 in cash, and he's now ready to take on his next opponent. So let's meet him now. Playing against him in this game of Card Sharks, first time here on the show, we have Ricky. Ricky, welcome in, sir.
Thank you, Brandon. I'm so glad to be here.
Fantastic. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody in YouTube land a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Ricky Johnson. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, living in Bexley. And I've been watching this show for a whole lot of years. In fact, I love game shows, period.
Oh, well, fantastic. So I'm glad you're familiar with the show. Are you ready to win some money?
Yes, I am.
All right. And Kevin, remind me, what part of Ohio are you from?
Cincinnati, but I live in Hebron now, which is about a half-hour east of Columbus.
So essentially, this is the if this was the NFL, this would be the Bengals versus the Browns on this one.
Yeah, more or less. More or less.
Oh, shit.
Hey, we're both Buckeye fans. OH.
I-O!
There it is. Battle of Ohio going down on this one. So good luck to both of you. Let's get started with this game of Card Sharks with a question to our new grand champion, Kevin. Kevin, we asked 100 drummers on this one. We asked 100 drummers, would you rather A, have to go to work at a regular job, or stay home and bang on the drums all day? How many of the 100 drummers said they actually would rather go to work?
Well, I tell you, we'll see that's kind of a loaded question because for some musicians who are fortunate enough to have such an opportunity, drumming is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, but that's not everybody though. I know. We were talking in this one as a reference to going to like a regular, like normal, like 9 to 5 everyday mundane job, versus what they actually do.
Well, so the question was, how many would rather go to work?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a low number. Let's say 23.
23 out of 100 said they'd rather go to work. Ricky, higher or lower than 23?
I personally agree with Kevin. I think it's going to be just a little bit higher.
A little bit higher than that. Interesting to see. The actual number of drummers that would rather go to work versus banging on the drums all day is 50. It is higher.
What?
Oh!
Well, I guess they feel like some of them might be able to make better opportunities having regular jobs, which is kind of interesting. It's literally split right up the middle on that one.
All right.
Yeah.
I think that's the first question I think I've had all season that the answer actually turned out to be 50. which is interesting as well. All
I
right,
figured it'd be more dedicated.
Yep. All right, Ricky, you are in control of your cards. You get to look at your base card first of a king.
That's a great card. Lower.
Going on lower than the king. A deuce.
Higher.
Going on higher than the deuce. It's a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4. No, a deuce. You lose all 3 of those cards. We go to Kevin now with his base card. A 3.
Higher.
Higher than the 3. A jack.
Lower.
Lower than the jack. Another 3.
Higher.
Higher than the 3. An ace.
Wow.
Lower.
For the clean sweep and a $500 bonus. Lower than the ace. It's a 7. He's done it.
Oh, whoa!
Oh my god.
2 in 1 show.
No, Kevin. You can call me Kevin. I need to be worshipped, but you can just call me Kevin.
Oh, well, congratulations, Kevin. A clean sweep there gives you that $500 bonus and the first game of the match. But you know, 1-0.
Wow.
Very tough competitor here. So we're going to deal with the cards for the next game. And this question is going to go to Ricky. Ricky, you got a mountain to climb on this one. Let's see if you can do it here.
I ain't scared. Bring it.
Ask you this one. Ooh, this one is a painful question, one way or another. Here, we asked.
Oh dear.
We asked 100 beachgoers on this one. We asked 100 beachgoers. Which would you rather do? Kiss a jellyfish or step on a crab? How many of 100 beachgoers said they'd rather step on a crab?
Well, I think that's going to be a semi 30 with step on a crab.
30 out of 100 said they'd rather deal with stepping on a crab. All right, Kevin, higher or lower than 30?
I'll just say higher.
I'm going to say higher than that.
Why not?
The actual number of people that would rather step on a crab versus kissing a jellyfish is 70. It is way higher.
What? My goodness.
Yes, I guess they could deal with having a crab pinch their feet versus the potentially poison sting of a jellyfish. So,
I mean, I'm happy I won the question, but still, that's a high number.
that is kind of high and surprising myself. It's always interesting when I go to look at the answer because I don't look until you guys make your choices here. So it's always interesting to see what comes up here. All right, Kevin, we go to you with your base card, starting with this game, an 8.
Wait, well, let's see. Let's change it.
Okay, we're going to change the 8. Next card off the top of the deck, the 8 now becomes a deuce.
Love it. Let's go higher.
Higher than the deuce. A 4.
Higher.
Going on again, higher than a 4. No, a 2. Lose
Poetic justice right there.
Ironic.
All right, Ricky, you get a free chance to play off your base card of a 3.
I'm going to have to go higher.
Higher than the 3. It's a 4.
Higher.
Going again, higher than a 4. A 10.
I'm going to freeze.
Gonna freeze right there with the 2-card advantage over the champ. Ricky needs this one to tie up the matchup here. And we go.
Bring it.
We go the question number 2 now. Goes to our champion, Kevin. Kevin, we asked 100 people, which would you rather be, feared or loved? How many of 100 people said they'd rather be feared?
Well, I'm going to show you what kind of guy I am, Ricky. Let's go 50.
50 right up the middle, he says they'd rather be feared. Ricky, higher or lower than 50?
I would rather be loved. It's going to be lower.
Be lower than that. Let's see. The actual number of people who would rather be feared versus being loved is 16. It is way lower on this one.
Georgia.
Oh, good call.
All right, Ricky, you're in control. You've got that 10.
I would like to change it, please.
All right, changing the 10 with the next card off the top of the deck. The 10 now becomes a deuce.
Woo! Higher, higher.
Going on higher than the deuce. It's a 10.
Oh, good thing I changed it. Let's go lower.
Going on to tie up the match lower than the 10. It's a deuce. He's done it. Wow. Another tie.
Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it. Another tie game there. Ricky picking up $250 for that win there. Both players now with one game apiece, needing one more to win it. So let's go ahead and deal out those cards. Jump right into our tiebreaker round here again. 3 cards, players. 3 questions on this one. This could go to either one of you. The question this time goes to Ricky. Ricky,
Yes.
we asked 100 people. Would you rather know all the people who hate you or know why the people hate you? How many of 100 people said they'd rather know why people hate them?
Would I rather know why people hate me?
Yes.
Well, regardless, I don't like it. I'd rather people love or...
Agreed.
So, wondering why they hate me, I'm gonna say that's kind of 70...
What was that number again?
72. 7-2.
All right, 72 out of 100 said they'd rather know why people hate them. Kevin, higher or lower than 72?
I actually agree with that. I would want to know why I'm hated too. But I gotta play this with the odds and go lower.
I'm going to go a little lower than that. I just see what the answer is myself. The actual number of people who'd rather know why people hate them versus knowing who hates them is 79. It's actually a little
My
higher.
goodness.
Wow, nearly 4 out of 5 people would rather know. Either hate it. All right, Ricky, you get a chance to play with your base card this time.
Excellent.
And your base card for this round is a 10.
I would love to change it, please.
All right, changing the 10 with the next card off the top of the deck. The 10 now becomes a jack. A little better.
I'll take it lower.
Going on lower than the jack. It's a 6.
Higher!
For the game and to become the new champion, higher than a 6. It's a 7. He's done it. We got a new champion.
Alright, sweet.
Congratulations, sir. You got $500. You're going on to play the money cards in just a moment. But Kevin, you got, again, beginner's luck on this one, but you're not leaving here empty-handed. You've got yourself $22,350, and our thanks for playing. And folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, money cards are on the way, so stay with us. Welcome back to Card Sharks, ladies and gentlemen. Our new champion now, Ricky, has got himself $500 and is now going to take a shot to see how well he does in the money card round. We got the cards already set up and ready to go for you, so good luck to you, sir. Here's your $200, and we're going to start off with your base card this time around. Let's see. Your base card is a 9.
You know what? I'm gonna play it and bet $50.
All right, you're betting $50. Higher or lower than the 9?
Lower.
All right, $50 lower than the 9. It's a 7. All right, up to $250, and that's 7.
Change it with number 2, please.
All right, changing that card with number 2. That 7 now becomes another 9.
Oh. Okay, $50 again, lower.
All right, $50 again, lower than the 9. It's a 3. There's a good card. $300 in that 3.
$200 higher.
All right, $200 higher than the 3. Yes, it's an ace.
Yeah!
A very good card. We move that ace up to the next row, give you that additional $400, brings you up to $900 total and an ace.
All of it lower.
All right, $900 lower than the ace. It's a 5. You've doubled up $1,800 now.
$300 higher.
All right, $300 on this one. Higher than the 5. No, it's a 4. You lose the $300 there. Drop back to $1,500, but a better card.
I'm gonna go on the safe side and do $500 higher.
All right, playing a little more conservatively here. $500. Higher than a 4. No, it's a 2.
Good thing I played it safe, huh?
You did.
All of it higher. All of it.
All right, not going to even change the card and bet in the house. You're pretty much safe on this one. The only way you don't win anything else is if another 2 comes up. $1,000 higher than the 2. It's a 9. He's done it. That's $2,000 added to your winnings, Ricky. You now have a total of $2,500 in cash, and you're the new grand champion here on Card Sharks. And folks, we still have time for another game, so we're going to take another commercial break. When we come back, we'll have a new opponent for Ricky right after this, so stay with us. Welcome back to Card Sharks here. Our new champion now, Ricky's up to $2,500, and he is ready to take on his next opponent, so let's meet him now. Playing against him in this game of Card Sharks, we have Brody. Brody, welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Brandon.
All right, you ready to see if you can take that grand championship for yourself?
I'm ready.
All right, well, good luck to you both. Let's get right into it with our first question going to our new champion, Ricky. Ricky, we asked 100 online shoppers, which online shop do you prefer shopping at? Amazon or eBay? How many of 100 people said they prefer shopping on Amazon?
Well, I never shopped on Amazon. I shop on eBay all the time. So I think that number's going to be kind of like 25.
All right, 25 out of 100 said they prefer shopping online on Amazon. Brody, higher or lower than 25?
I'd probably say higher.
I'm going to say even higher than that. Actual number of people who prefer shopping on Amazon versus shopping on eBay is 70. It's way higher.
Hey.
Wow.
We have one of the number one online retail sellers in the world right now. Amazon is. And Brody, you get your chance to play with your card. Your opening base card for this game is a 7.
Change it.
All right, changing that 7. Next card off the top of the deck. 7 now is a 9.
I'll go with the odds lower.
Lower than the 9. No, a king. You lose that card there. We give our new champion Ricky a shot at his base card of a 4.
Good card. Higher.
All right, going on higher than the 4. No, a 2.
Yikes.
Some evil cards this time around.
Yeah.
Question number 2 now to our challenger, Brody. Brody, we asked 100 people, would you rather star in a cartoon movie or a live-action movie? How many of 100 people said they'd rather star in a cartoon movie? No, yeah, star in a cartoon movie.
Well, a lot of people would love cartoons, but live action, it's like it happens in what happens in real life. So I'll probably say, I'm probably gonna regret this, but 69.
And there it is.
You just made the list!
Yeah, Ricky, higher or lower than 69?
And you said how many would star in a live action?
No, how many people would rather star in a cartoon movie versus a live-action movie?
As much as I love cartoons, I'm going to have to... Yeah, it's a
You have to say that's what?
little bit lower.
A little bit lower than that. The actual number of people who would rather star in a cartoon movie versus a live-action movie is 24. It is way lower on this one.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Ricky, you're up, and you've got that 4.
I'm going to hang on to it and go higher.
All right, higher than the 4. It's a queen.
Good. Lower.
Going on lower than the queen. A 3.
Higher.
Higher than the 3. An 8.
Lower.
For the clean sweep and a $500 bonus. Lower than the ace. It's an 8. He's done it again.
Another sweep?
Oh my god.
Somebody call the dust man. We got a sweeper on our hands here. Nicely done, sir. Another clean sweep for you. Gives you $750, including that $500 clean sweep bonus and the first game of this matchup. So let's take the cards and deal them out for game number 2. And let's see how we do here with this question. going to our champion, Ricky. Ricky, we asked 100 people, which of the following would you rather give up? Your phone or your ability to sleep? How many of 100 people said they'd rather give up their phone?
Well, I think that's going to be kind of high, cause and rather not be tired. So I'm going to say 70.
All right, 70 out of 100 said they'd rather give up their phone. Brody, higher or lower than 70?
Well, if you give up your phone, then how are you gonna like parents if there's like an emergency? I'm probably gonna say it's gonna be lower.
I mean, lower than that.
Good point,
All right.
Brody.
Actual number of people who would rather give up their phone versus giving up their ability to sleep is 64. It's just a little bit lower.
Well,
I guess people still value sleep over technology in this particular case. And
Probably.
to be quite frank, I would be one of them. But that's just me. All right, Brody, let's take a look at your base card to see if you can tie this game up. Start with a 5.
I'll go higher.
Going on, higher than the 5. No, it's a 4. You lose that card. And play goes to
good
Ricky.
try, Brody.
Now the base card of a 4.
Let's go higher.
Higher than the 4. No, it's a deuce.
Again!
Ugh. Cards not being kind to anyone on this one. Well, enough going on this one. Let's go to question number 2. This one goes to Brody. Brody, we asked 100 science fiction fans, which of the following would you rather wish that was never created? Again, we asked 100 science fiction lovers, which one do you wish that was never created? Star Trek or Star Wars? How many of 100 science fiction fans wish that Star Wars was never created?
That's gonna be a low number because a lot of sci-fi fans would love to see Star Wars, and because how would they ever want to see Star Wars in the movies? Star Trek didn't have movies. It also became a TV series. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a low number. I'll say 35.
All right, 35 out of 100 said they wish Star Wars was never created. Ricky, higher or lower than 35?
So that's a tough one.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to go with the odds and go a little bit. Just a little bit.
A little bit higher, he says. All right. I'm curious to see what this one is myself. The actual number of people that wish Star Wars was never created versus Star Trek is 40, and it's just a little bit higher.
All right.
Huh. More Trekkies must have answered that question, to say the least.
Yeah.
All right, Ricky, you're in control of your cards. You've got that 4.
I'm going to keep it and go higher.
Higher than
Again.
the 4. And 8, right up the middle.
Oh, boy. Oh, the hell with it. Higher.
Risking it all once again. Going on higher than the 8. Yes, it's the king.
Lower.
Going on lower than the king. A 6.
Freeze.
Gonna freeze it right there, needing just one card to win the game and the match. Again, very interesting on this one as we go to question number 3. Back to our champion, Ricky. Ricky, we asked
Yes.
100 people on this one, and this is kind of
Okay.
Alright. We asked 100 people, would you rather sleep on a soft ground with a hard pillow or sleep on a hard ground with a soft pillow? How many of 100 people said they'd rather sleep on soft ground with a hard pillow?
I would rather sleep with a soft pillow, so that's going to be kind of low. 23, please.
Alright, 23 out of 100 said they'd rather sleep on the soft ground with a hard pillow. Brody, higher or lower than 23?
I gotta go higher.
Gonna go even higher than that. Alright, the actual number of people who would rather sleep on the soft ground with a hard pillow versus sleeping on the hard ground with a soft pillow is 40. It is higher.
Wow. Ironic.
Alright, Brody, you're in control with that 5.
It's gotta be higher.
Going on higher than the 5. Yes, it's a 7.
Let's go for a higher.
Going on, higher than the 7. It's an 8, right up the middle.
Freeze.
Gonna freeze right there, needing 2 cards to win this question. And we go on to question number 4, I believe, for this one.
It's 4th.
Yep.
Yep. Yep, I forgot to change the number here. All right, 4th and final question, which means someone must win on this play of the cards. Ricky needs 1 card to win. Brody needs 2 cards, and this one goes to Brody. Brody, we asked 100 music lovers, which artist or band would you rather listen to for the rest of your life? Nickelback or Justin Bieber? How many of 100 music fans said they'd rather listen to Justin Bieber for the rest of their lives? God rest their souls, by the way.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of believers out there. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a bit of a high number, so I'm gonna say around 61.
61 out of 100 said they'd rather listen to Justin Bieber for the rest of their life. Ricky, higher or lower than 61?
Justin Bieber. What was the other one?
Nickelback.
You know what? I'm gonna go even higher.
You're gonna go
I'm
even-
sure a lot of people.
It'll be interesting to see what this one is. The actual number of people who'd rather only listen to Justin Bieber songs for the rest of their life versus listening to Nickelback songs for the rest of their life is 46. It is not higher.
Wow. A lot of people will listen to more Nickelback.
Could be worse. Could be worse, is all I'm saying. All right, Brody, here's your situation. You've got an 8. You won the question. You have the right to change your card. You need 2 cards to win. However, your opponent, Ricky, has a 6, only needs 1 card to win, and if he calls it right, he wins the game and the match. So the question is to you, sir. Would you like to play your cards, or would you like to pass it to Ricky?
I'm gonna play and I'm gonna change that 8.
All right, he's going to play, and hoping for a good change here. That 8 now becomes a jack.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna go lower.
Lower than the jack. No, it's a queen, and Ricky holds on to the championship.
Good game, Brody.
Good game, Ricky.
Congratulations to you, Ricky. Another $250, puts you at $3,500. He's going back to the money cards in just a minute. Brody, again, thank you for playing, buddy. We'll have you back on a future episode. We got some nice parting gifts for you for now. All right, folks, we're going to take one last commercial break. When we come back, Ricky's going to take another shot at the money cards right after this. Back here on the money cards once again with our champion Ricky, now winning in the second game, and now he's going to see if he can take home that $32,000. Good luck to you, sir. We've already given you your money. The cards are already on the board for you. So let's get started here with your base card. For this money round, the money cards, a 7.
I'll play it and go 50 higher.
All right, going on $50 higher than the 7. No, it's a 2.
It's okay. All of it higher.
All right, betting it all, $150 higher than the 2. A 9. You got that in 300.
Change that card with number 3, please.
All right, changing with number 3. That 9 now becomes another 9.
Oh. Oh, boy. Let's do 50 lower.
All right, going on. Minimum bet $50, lower than the 9. It's a 3. Very good. You got 350. We move up that 3 to the next row. Give you another 400. You're up to 750 now and a 3.
All right, I'm gonna go $500 higher.
$500 higher than the 3. Yes, it's a 7.
I'll change it with number 1.
All right, changing with number 1. That 7 now becomes a 10.
Okay, it's an average card. $50 lower.
Going on $50 lower than the...
150.
Okay.
150 lower.
All right, we'll reset it 150 lower than the 10.
I'm sorry.
It's a 3. All right, we'll fix we'll fix it in the post there. You actually should have $1,400 now and a 3.
1,400 and a 3.
Yes, 1,400 and a 3. I'll fix it here in a second.
All of it higher. What the hell?
All right. Betting it all $1,400 higher than the 3. Yes, it's an 8. Up to $2,800 there. You have the 8. We move it up to the big bet line. You now must bet at least $1,400 off with that 8.
Oh, change it. I don't want that 8.
All right, changing with the last card up there, number 2. All important change. Your big bet card is now a 10. Must wager at least $1,400.
$1,800 lower.
All right. Big bet on this one, $1,800. You either finish with $1,000 or $4,600. $1,800 lower than the 10. It's a 3. He's done it. Congratulations, sir. Another $4,600. Add that to your winnings. Gives you a grand total now of $8,100. And you will be joining us back on our next episode here on Card Sharks. So congratulations to all of our players here today, and thank you all for playing along. Thank you at home for watching another fun-filled episode of Card Sharks. Remember, if you like the series, please click that like button down below. It greatly helps my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. That way you never miss any of the fun game shows I have here at MVG Productions. And until the cards are dealt your way once again, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thank you for watching. We will see you next time on another edition of Card Sharks. And before we go, also, if you'd like to leave us an opening poem that could be read here on the show, leave it in the comment section below. And with that said, we'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye for now, folks.
Thank you.